Hey everybody, how you doing today? For today's workout, we're going to do something a little bit different, something we used to do a while ago, but I'm just getting back to these. So what we're going to do is 3 exercises, and then we're going to do some locomotion or movement or motion down and back. I have 24 feet marked off for my movement down and back. We have 3 different sections, so we got 3 different types of movement for each section. So our first exercise we're going to do at the top here is a deck squat. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. So for a deck squat, you want to have the ball of the kettlebell down, the handle up. We want to work on our full range of motion squat. So if you don't have that yet, you would want to develop the ability to get your hamstrings and your calves to touch. So if we do have this, we're going to hang the bell out to counterbalance. You want to keep your feet where they're at. You're going to sit back. You're going to take the bell overhead. Okay. From here, we're going to lift our hips, and we want to combine returning our tailbone to the ground and forcing this bell back in between our toes, nice and quick. Okay, so we're going to reverse the motion, come back to the bottom of our squat, and then we're going to stand up. So deck squats for 30 seconds. After that, I'm going to lay the bell on the ground. One hand's on the ball of the kettlebell, one hand's on the mat. Inhale into your push-up, keep your legs tight, exhale up and out, and we can walk. Or you can be a little faster with it and jump over to the other side if you're comfortable doing that. But we're going to do an alternating push-up for 30 seconds. From there we have a seated twist. So don't really need to use weight on these, but we want to keep nice tall posture, keep your hamstrings engaged, keep your eyes up. If you're going to use weight, make sure these shoulders don't collapse. So sternum's lifted. We're keeping this bell nice and tight to our hip. We're lifting. I find if my eyes are up, it stays on my obliques and off my lower back. And we're going to exhale through our turn. When it gets to the other hip, nice and tight, we're going to pull air in. And then your timing should be matching that exhale through the twist to each side. So inhale one side, exhale through the motion the other side. So we're going to do those exercises, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to pick the kettlebell up. We're going to do an overhead locked out walk. Okay, so you're going to go down your 24 feet on the same arm, down and back on the same arm. So wrist is nice and straight, ball the kettlebell's behind you, and nice normal steps on these. So down and back, switch hands, down and back. So that's going to be the first section. Next we're going to go to Ballistic Row. So we've got a nice athletic stance, knees and toes are pushed out, hips are back, abs are engaged. We're pulling the bell, switching hands at the top, and then decelerating through the muscles in your abdominals. So posture again is going to protect your low back on these. We're switching hands at the top, lowering into it, and getting a nice ballistic row. From there, we're going to take the bell to the upper back, handles forward, set your feet under your hips, push your hips back, use the weight of the bell to push your torso down into a nice hamstring stretch, and then we flex the glutes out. So we want our pelvic tilts going with these. So we'll spend 30 seconds doing our good mornings. From there, we'll go to a chop lift. The bell's going to be at your hip. So my left hip, my left hand is pushing on the handle. My right hand, thumb is forward, is going to be pulling, and it's going to block out my right shoulder. So if you have mirrors, they make a great tool for feedback to know where that bell is at. So it's going from your hip. You're going to tighten up your glutes. You're rotated slightly through the shoulders, and then straighten everything out. Pushing with your bottom hand, pulling with your top hand. So that's pretty intense. We'll spend 20 seconds on those. So after that, we're going to progress with swing hops or a walking swing. So timing is the main ingredient we need with this. So if you've never done a swing hop, you probably would want to get into your back swing, take your step at your upswing or the float. The hop's the same thing. We're going to hop as that bell is going forward. So land under control and decelerate. Try not to let that bell push you forward or pull you forward. So after our 3 exercises, we're going to swing hop down, swing hop back. Last, we're going to work on the windmills. So you get your bell in a good straight wrist position. We set our feet, we hike our hip, and we use as much assistance as we need on this front leg. Press your bell out, and then we always keep a good eye on that bell. So we'll do windmills each side, 30 seconds. We'll do a high pull swing where the elbow stays higher than the handle. That'll be 30 seconds each side. And then we'll go to our hollowed pullover, which just means we're in our hollow position, kind of doing our O raise, low back's pushed into the ground. You could pull your knees up to make these a little easier and take some weight off, but lumbar, tailbone are pushed into the ground. And we're just pulling this bell over, hollowed out, and breathing well in these. So make adjustments as you need. That'll last 30 seconds as well. And then our last progression that we're going to do is lateral wide steps. Okay, so ball is down. We don't want the distance to close in between our shoulders. So that means that you're stepping and maintaining the distance between your shoulders on each one. So it's going to keep a lot of tension on the hips and glutes on those. So go down one way and back the other. So do all 3 sections. Try to get through at least 5 of them. So that's going to be our workout for today. And give you a good visual demonstration. All right, we're going to start with deck squat. 30 seconds. Ready? And begin. Enough time, one more rep. Alternating push-up. Ready. And begin. Last one of this group, seated twist. And go. And time. Now we're going to walk down and back with the belt pressed down overhead. I'm going to get started on my weaker side. Now we're on to ballistic rows, good mornings, and chop lift. 30-second ballistic row. Ready and begin. Good mornings. Feet are underneath your hips. And begin. And on to chop lifts. Ready? Go. One more. Other side. Big one. Okay, now on to our swing hops or walking swings. Okay, now we're on to windmills, high pull swings, and our hollow pullover. Windmill 30 seconds. Set your feet, rack your bell, hike your hip. Ready? And press your bell, begin. One more last rep. Rack your bell. Switch sides. So we set our feet in the right angle. The back leg that's under the bell always stays straight. Front knee always has a nice bend in it. Rack your bell. Hike your hip. Press. And begin. Time. High pull swings. Swing ready position. 30 seconds each side. Ready? Go. Time. Switch sides. Ready? Go. Time. Okay, we're going to hollow out, pull the bell over. So our elbows stay straight on these. 30 seconds. Ready? Begin. All right, our last movement's going to be wide lateral steps with the weight, down and back.